don't need no mentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Shout out to your mom and dad for making you. Staying in a vision, they did a great job raising you. When I create, you're my muse. The kind of smile that makes the news.
What is good, my peeps? I did not mean to disappear again. I downloaded an app and I got addicted to it. I'm not even gonna lie. That's why I didn't upload last week at all because I was just so. But I paused the app so I can get this and other stuff done. So here we are. Anyways, hi. Hope all of you are well. I missed you. This is going to be a customer service ramble because I feel like I haven't done that in a while. So that's what this is going to be. Okay? Okay. I took off my glasses because I forgot that I didn't do my cuticles on this hand. Anyways, okay, so first of all, we're going to start with seating. And it's not that I hate, it's not seating the door itself. It's just the shit that people do that make me hate seating the door. So more so their actions. Like, for instance, if there's a large party, obviously it's going to take longer to get sat because it's a big group. That's not the problem I have. I just hate when people try to tell me how to sit, especially when it's a big party and whatnot. And then it's like, it shouldn't take this long, blah, blah, blah. It's like, why can't you sit us right there? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, since you seem to know so much more about this than I do, you can come back here to the podium and do my job. Since, once again, you seem to know more about it than I do, so why don't you come back here? And as for the table that you're pointing out, it's like, yeah, because I can totally sit your party of 10 at a freaking booth that sits 4 people. Like, be so for real. Be absolutely for real. That absolutely boils my blood. Well, all of this boils my blood completely. Anyway, that it's like, and well, this goes for any table, big or small. If you cannot wait, especially if it's like super busy and the wait time is like super long, fucking leave. Instead of freaking causing a whole big scene and complaining. It's like, I told you to wait. You were the one who decided to wait. So that's your fault. You know, like I hate that so much. Anyway, moving on to the next thing. Now, this next thing I've only seen old people do. It's always old people. Don't know why. Um, but I'll be like behind the counter, so not standing behind the podium, right? I see a pair or an elderly, well, it's not always an elderly couple, but usually it is. And they'll walk past me and I'm like, "Hey, hey, whoa, 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 are you eating with somebody?" You know, and so they'll be like, "Oh yeah." And so I'm like, "Okay, go ahead. You can go and look for your party, blah blah blah." All that fun stuff. Tell me why when I look at what table they're at, there's nobody at that booth. They basically just have themselves. And then and then they want to have the audacity to get mad at me saying, "You didn't bring us any menus or any silverware." Motherfucker, you sat yourselves. Like, what are you talking about? Like, anytime, every time that happens, I'm not even gonna lie, I straight up ignore them. Because first of all, not only like you lied about meeting with somebody and essentially went to go sit yourself. So now here you are at your table looking stupid with no menus or no silverware. I'm not. What do I look like giving you silverware, knowing that you sat yourselves? What do I look like? Stupid and foolish. That's what I look like. Like, you have the audacity to get mad at me when you lied about meeting with someone when you weren't. Like, the fuck? It's so annoying. Those are really the only two biggest things for me. Um, that's pretty much it for the seating. Yeah, those are the only two issues. Now we're gonna move on to the to-go part, my least favorite part of being a hostess. Anyways, moving forward. So it's not the to-go itself, it's just some people just get so freaking rude and just have the audacity. And I'm pretty sure I've told like a handful of stories like on my TikToks or to those that are in my inner circle, like my friends and my cousin and whatnot. But I'm gonna reshare them again for those of you that haven't heard them. So one thing I hate is when people ask for a military discount after the check is closed. Now, we obviously, as I just mentioned, we have a military discount or we offer a military discount. And so I'm more than happy to give out a military or to apply the military discount. What I don't like is when you wait until after I close the check completely and then ask for it, and then you want to get mad and be like, well, you should have added on there. Motherfucker, you waited until you didn't speak up. You didn't say anything. If you would have said something before I gave you your total, I would have added it. That absolutely boils my blood because then they try to blame you for a mistake that they made. Like, bitch, what? You know? And then, so moving on with the military discount. This one lady, I will never forget her. So she, hold on, hold up real quick. False alarm. Never mind. I thought I spilled nail polish on the carpet. I was like, oh. Anyway, so this one lady, she got two separate orders, which shouldn't have been the case, but because she wanted to add more on there, which is also another pet peeve of mine when people are placing orders to go, because I'm like, you like why? Just why? So I don't even remember what she got. She got a couple plates, I think, and then that was it for the first order. And then she asked if she could have something else, and then so I was already kind of annoyed because I was like, okay, you waited until after I closed out the first check to add more stuff, but I was like, whatever, because I know better than to argue with customers. Anyway, so then I close out the second check, which she paid with cash. This is important. Which she paid with cash. So after I tell her her total and stuff like that, she gives me the money for it. And so she waits until after I close the check. And it's like, oh, did you add the military discount? And I was like, you didn't tell me that there was a military discount. And she was like, well, you should have added it on there. I'm like, bitch, you never asked. You didn't ask to add a fucking military discount. Like, what? Anyways, before I even... My mind just went freaking blank on me. That's it for the ramble. I'm probably either going to tell a story or retell a story. And before I even proceed with it, I just want to say, you never realize how stupid and how dense people can be until you work in customer service. And it's like, it must be hard being that stupid or walking around like this on a daily basis. Like, it amazes me. It really does. And freaking, I'll never forget this one lady. And I've told the story before, but I'm gonna tell it again. Oh, one more thing before I proceed. These customers also be having the audacity. Like, you have to learn a great amount of patience and the ability to bite your tongue even when you want to snap. Me, I have to walk away, even if it seems rude. But it's like, I have no choice but to, because if I stay there and I already feel anger building up inside of me, I'm going to snap. And I'm going to say some stuff that's going to be very hurtful. Anyway, so this one lady, she comes in. I'm forgetting one more thing. So at Denny's, they have an omelet called the Denver omelet. IHOP has an omelet called the Colorado, right? Keep that in mind. That's going to be important. So this lady comes in. She was already upset because nobody was answering the phone. But like, we had got a new phone like at that time, and not even after 2 weeks of having it, it was already missing. Like just poof, gone. And so she came in and she was already upset, and she was like, "Hey, like I tried calling, there's, nobody's answering the phone. What the hell is happening? Blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Oh, I apologize about that." And then I take her order. About 15 minutes go by. I'm double checking her order, and she's like, "This isn't my Denver omelet." And I'm like, so I'm thinking she must be joking, because I did get some people that would ask for the Denver omelet, but then they come in and they're just like, "Oh, I mean the Colorado omelet," because I know that Denny's is the one that has the Denver, not the Colorado. Whatever. But she was insistent. Like, she was super insistent. And we basically went back and forth. And then she was like, "I've been coming here since I was 10. I know." And I was like, "Bitch, I fucking work here. I I know what the omelet is called, for one, and I know what comes with it." So, and then this is what almost made me snap. I should have honestly snapped on her ass right then and there. She could tell that I was getting just as worked up as she was. She was like, "Oh, there's no need to get upset. But just for future reference, make sure to tell people that want this omelet that it's called the Colorado and not the Denver." And I'm like, "What do you think I've been trying to tell you for the past 15 minutes that you've been going back and forth with me? We don't have the fucking Denver omelet." Like, when she said that, I was like, in my head, I was like, "Lady, grab your food and get the hell out of here before I snap on you." It was just, ugh. I just love when people are like, "I've been coming here since I was like 11." Bitch, I don't care if you've been coming here since you were fresh out the womb. How are you gonna tell me? Like, be so for real. Like, you just, once again, you learn a great deal of patience and the ability to bite your tongue when it comes to customers. It's just, it's amazing, really. All right. Sorry. And that concludes the video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you haven't already, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Now that I have a lot more free time on my hands, I actually will be able to... Well, I should have already been uploading more consistently. But because, once again, I have all this free time on my hand. Yeah. So I'll see you guys on Thursday.